Hello all, Julio DeSanctis here with Hodgkins 2 Electric Boogaloo. I am about a week away from getting back into the hospital for my third and hopefully final round of chemotherapy. And then there'll be all this thing where they somehow or another take my T cells from me, and I don't know what kind of witchcraft I have to look forward to next. But the reason I'm making a video today is to talk about the Olympics. So anybody that knows me relatively well knows that I used to be a big naysayer of the Olympics. Actually, up until really just this time that I got cancer, I was a huge naysayer of the Olympics. I mean, I encourage my daughter to watch it because I want her to see, what's out there in the world of sports, some things that she might be interested in. I think it's cool that there's all these women competing at such a high level, and it's a really impressive thing on that level. However, the sports that they are playing are awful. Can we all just admit that to ourselves? Can we just say, yeah, objectively, watching people row a canoe is awful. Just the idea of having to see someone play badminton as like a sport. These are really like camp sports. They've basically taken everything that you do at camp, right? These are games like badminton and table tennis and canoeing and swimming and hiking. I mean, why isn't long walks in the woods while you contemplate how wonderful nature is? Why isn't that part of the Olympics? Why isn't horseshoes part of the Olympics? I mean, these are terrible sports, but I realize something now that I have cancer. The level of human commitment, the level of excellence, the fact that I'm nearly 50 and I've yet to really accomplish anything notable in my life besides having cancer twice. It's so fucking amazing. It's amazing that these people have dedicated their lives. Granted, they're only like in their 20s, so it's barely a life, but they've dedicated their lives to this level of excellence. And whenever I see somebody win, now granted, it's emotional. You get to see somebody, like there was a power lifter from the Philippines. It was the first ever gold medal for the Philippines, first ever gold medal, and certainly first ever gold medal if it was for the Philippines, whether it was weightlifting or not. Like, it was a huge moment. It was so exciting. And all I could think about was, how bad would it suck to be like the third or fourth best power lifter in the Philippines? Right? Or even the second best power lifter, because I don't think they sent a second team to the weightlifting, powerlifting finals for the Olympics from the Philippines, right? I mean, like the United States, we've got almost four of everything, right? I'm surprised we don't have two basketball teams there. We've got two beach volleyball teams. By the way, I'm loving the beach volleyball. I'm not going to lie. And I know everybody's complaining about the uniforms, but it's an eye catcher. It's a must watch. It's must watch television. Sorry, a little tongue tied over the ladies beach volleyball. We've got so many people there. And then you got a country like the Philippines where they have now the first ever gold medal winner in powerlifting. I don't know if it was clean and jerk, snatch, whatever. I couldn't tell you the difference between those things. I always remember having to do hang cleans, which I hated as a high school and college kid, having to do these hang cleans. I don't know if that's an Olympic thing. I guess it's not. Maybe they were just making it up, but it sort of looked like the clean and jerk. Anyway, imagine being the third best weightlifter in the Philippines. Imagine having dedicated the level of dedication just to be the third best. And you get no sniff at notoriety. You get no, does anybody in the Philippines even know your name, let alone in the world? And the Olympics is filled with that. And it's really, I don't know, maybe at one point in my life, I recognized that, but I think perhaps getting older, getting to the point where you start hoping that your own progeny, accomplish something in their lives. You start wondering, well, what's she going to be when she grows up? What's she going to do? Fucking crazy eyes driving me nuts here, guys. Sorry. Anyway, all of that is what's making me really love the Olympics. And as a result, I thought There's Paralympics. There's special needs Olympics. There's the Olympics. Why not the Cancer Olympics? I mean, I can tell you, I've having been on the chemo floor, I've lapped other people, other cancer patients walking with their IV stand on wheels, right? I've lapped them. Now I held off like going, woo, yeah, I'm winning. I held off on that. I felt that was in bad taste, but there's a million different things that you could, or maybe not a million, that's an exaggeration. There's a dozen or so different things that you could create to create the Cancer Olympics. Like standing up without worrying that you're going to shit your pants. That could be in the Cancer Olympics. Having the energy to go from the living room to the bathroom. Keeping your food down. Oh my God, that would be such an exciting event. I mean, we kind of have it with the hot dog eating contest every 4th of July, but this doesn't require you to eat 47 hot dogs. This just requires you to eat a fucking bowl of soup. Keeping your food down would be an excellent Olympic event. Is there still hair on your piche? I know that sounds like an event that only men can play, but trust me, men, women, so long as you're not waxing, you're in the competition. Is hair still growing or is it all gone? There's just like trying not to just arbitrarily groan at the pain in your bones. Who can lay there silently without groaning? My God, what did they used to say on ABC Sports? The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. So that's it. I love the Olympics now because I love the absolute height of human competition. I recognize how hard it must be to become the best in the world at team badminton, archery, I don't know, whatever else awful sports these are. They're not watchable if not for the fact that these are the absolute best in the world doing it. And I really think that, you know, in keeping with my idea that I'm possibly the greatest cancer patient of all time, I would be the greatest cancer Olympian. I've yet to shit my pants. Not that you guys need to know that. I still got hair on my piche. Again, probably don't need to know that. I haven't thrown up. I mean, it's remarkable. I'm going to declare myself an Olympic champion just based on that. And maybe one day down the road, whether I have cancer, whether I don't have cancer, we'll see. We can get a Cancer Olympics going, and we would all be so excited to see these people take on the challenge of being the world's best cancer patient. But until then, I'm the world's best cancer patient. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. Fuck cancer. Keep fighting the good fight. Bye-bye.